All right, boys and girls, we just got done looking at Henri Matisse's artwork and his fantastic colorful collages. Now we get to create our own collage of Les Bêtes de la Mer, or as we like to say, the beast of the sea. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to need a pencil, scissors, a glue stick, some rectangles, and some scrap colorful construction paper. The first thing we need to do is write our names on the back where our little blurb is about Henri Matisse. And your teacher code. So if I was in Miss Russell's class, I would write KR. Okay, now we're done with our pencils. We can start with the glue. The first step is to get 3 different colored rectangles. And a rectangle is something with 4 sides. And we're going to kind of arrange them in a column in the middle of our paper. We could have them doing this, or you could rotate one of them like that. It's up to you, but they have to touch each other. Then we're going to use our glue stick. We are going to glue the edges of our paper. Lay it down, press it. Now I'll go for my second rectangle, gluing the edges, overlapping a little bit on my green rectangle. And now here's my third rectangle, gluing the edges, overlapping that second rectangle, and rubbing the edges. There we go. Now I can start thinking about what kind of beasts could I put in my ocean? What kind of things go in the ocean? And I have a lot of other scrap paper here. I think I'm going to start with this blue paper. And I think I'm going to make some seaweed. I'm going to take my scissors and very carefully I'm going to draw with them like Matisse did. Now, seaweed's not normally blue, but that's okay because I'm making an abstract collage. Ooh, that looks wonderful. I like it so much that I think I'm going to use this negative space. So here's my positive. Watch this. I'm going to cut this shape out. Maybe I want to put it on the other side, or I could even have it going across my paper. Oh, I like that. Now let me get a different color. I don't want to do everything in blue. I think maybe I'll try this purple. Maybe I want to do a big fish. And once again, I'm going to draw with my scissors. These are abstract shapes, so do they need to look exactly like a fish? Nope. Nope, we can make them abstract. Then I think, where could I put this fish? Maybe I'm going to have him swim up towards the top of the water. I think that I need to put something bright in here, some bright yellow. I'm going to have to think what else could go in there. I could do a seashell. This paper is too big for me to cut, so I'm going to make it smaller, and I'm going to cut a circle out. And I'm going to keep turning my paper. Do you see how my scissors stay in the same place? And I just let this hand rotate the paper. Here's my shell. Maybe I want to put a little edge on it. There we go. Think about where the shell could go. Maybe I'll overlap that seaweed a little bit. Let's see. I have not used any red. Here's a piece of red. Once again, this piece is too big, so I'm just going to cut a little section out to make it easier for me to cut. What else could go in my ocean? I have seaweed, a shell, a fish. I could do little bubbles, little tiny. Maybe I want to do another one. Do you see how I'm overlapping it on the other shapes that I have on my picture? That makes your artwork a little bit more exciting. Overlapping, placing something on top of another object. And these shapes are great too. We could even do something with these, like right down there. I'm going to put one more thing in my artwork because I want you to get started. I think maybe I'm going to put some waves. So I'll just do some wavy lines. Maybe I'll do another wave. See how I'm opening and closing my scissors and turning my hand? There we go. Once I decide that I've got a good layout, I can go ahead and glue all these shapes down. Oops, I got a little on my paper. That's okay. I'll probably glue it over here on the side if I worry about that. I liked how this shell overlaps, so I'm just going to tuck my seaweed underneath there. These colors are so colorful, just like Henri Matisse's artwork, and a little bit abstract, but all dealing with things that live in the ocean. And this cutting paper and gluing is called a collage. We remember that, we were talking about that earlier. A collage, that's a French word. All right, when I'm all done, I need to put this glue lid back on so I can use it for my next art project. And I think this is wonderful. So we have Les Bêtes de la Mer by Henri Matisse, and this is in his style, and it's your artwork about the beast of the sea. When you go home, you can take this to your parents or grandparents, and it's a little booklet that tells us a little bit more about Henri Matisse and shows us some of his artworks, and there's a few more activities that you can work on. Thanks for creating.